with Astrology Mojo, getting cozy in my seat. We're talking about the Lionsgate portal today. It's been happening since the 24th of July through the 13th of August. That's this year. Every year is a little different, but it's always 2 degrees Leo to 21 degrees Leo. So if you know what your chart looks like, you can find out where that is. And sometimes it crosses 2 different houses. It's not always just one house. So I want to talk briefly about what it is. And every year, I've talked about this before, previous shows, every year between approximately July 24th to August 13th, sometimes it's the 25th or 26th of July through August 11th. But definitely on the 8th of August, 8/8, they call it the Lion's Gate because it happens in the sign of Leo in the constellation. As you can see in the image that we have here, here is the great central sun. Who learned this in science class? Anybody? That's the center of our known universe. And it's also called Sirius A. It's a blue star, technically, not yellow like this image. And every year at a certain time, 2 degrees Leo to 21 degrees Leo, we have a beam of light come right at our sun, at our galaxy, at our known galaxy. And so during this time, called the Lion's Gate, or this the dog star by some tribes in the world, has been revered by many different communities around the world for thousands of years. Also called the wolf star by some. And during this time frame, it's like you get accelerated energy coming your way. What do you want to do with it? What would you like to do with that accelerated energy? You can make magic happen. New things come to you. And is it chance? It's random? No. Everything that you are is an energy, many different energies. And your head puts out ideas, your heart puts out frequencies, but when they align, either way, whether they're aligned or not, you attract. You are the magnet for your world. So if you focus on what you'd like to harness about this energy, what you could do with this energy, and that is to make it your own and put those dreams into motion. Why else are you here? You know, we get into a routine where we just do the same thing every day and we rely on that routine, and that's what our future looks like. You could bet on it, because those neurons are already fired and they're wiring, and you repeat the same thing every day. But if you want to break out of that zone because you're not happy with your health, your wealth, your passion, your purpose, and you want to change something, this is a great time to do it. Just look back in time. I'm going to look at what each of the signs briefly can expect. Of course, it will change depending on degree, but look back last year. What were you focused on? What was happening in your world? What issues came to light that you didn't want, or you had to resolve something? So we're going to start with Leo, and we'll go around the wheel. And I want everybody who's watching this now live or replay, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, just to take a moment. You still have time between now and August 13th. Today is August 7th that I'm recording this. So meditate on something. Change one thing about your world that has previously been repeating the same outcome. What do you want to do? What do you want to do with your life? Now, I don't mean like lofty goals, or I don't know, or, I have clients who literally, this is interesting. Their Lion's Gate happens both in their 10th and 11th houses because they're both Libra risings at a certain degree. And so it could apply to 2 different houses in astrology, but I'm just going to give the overall individual sign brief reading. We'll call it that. Okay, so come join me. All right, we're going to start with Leo. What you output, what you focus on really is what you're going to get back in the world. And so for Leo sun, Leo rising, this is all about you. In astrology, it deals with the first house. It could also be, depending on your individual chart, the 12th house or the second house. But this is the first house for Leo. and that is personality, your identity, and childhood wounds, what you want to let go of from the past that no longer serves you. This identity that you have, your personality, change something, change a hairdo, change your wardrobe, clean out your closets. If you're polarized on opinions, Leo sun, Leo rising, and they bring back to you anything aggressive or hostile in your world, this is a very volatile time to talk about any kind of politics. But if you have a particular belief and it's not serving you, and you'll know that by people who leave your life or people who close doors in your face. So Leo sun, Leo rising, I want to say that this particular beam of light in your direction is all about your body parts. So work out a little bit, because when your body has endorphins and, those oxytocin and dopamine, well, you don't want too much dopamine because then we get addicted to scrolling or, like a thing outside of us. But serotonin begins in the gut. You eat better. That is that my advice for Leo sun, Leo rising. Eat better and work out. Yeah, it's that simple, because as you feel better, you're going to present something else to the world, and then those ideas start to flow. And I mean, they flow. And now through August 13th, they're going to flow even more. So give yourself the opportunity to be known for your generosity. You're so gregarious and fun and wanting to help other people and lively at a party or at a dinner. Leo sun, Leo rising, who you are now in the world is going to relate to how you treat your body. So I want you to take that to heart, because I know a lot of Leo risings who, one, just moved cross country, and the whole time she said she had the runs and was vomiting and couldn't eat. The nerves, the nerve, the nerve of her to be nervous. So, and she's a Leo rising. And so knowing that if you can ground to something and that you trust something, Leo sun, Leo rising, what do you trust? This is a time of shedding light on everybody's belief system. If you believe that everything is happening to you, you will be and sound like a victim. And we all go there. Some of us stay there. Well, some people stay there. I decided not to years ago. And I'm a Leo moon, so I get it. So Leo sun, Leo rising, I want you to just take one step at a time toward a belief system that has you expanding into the universe, and meditate for 3 minutes and just know that it's coming through you. It's going to ground you. And that belief can expand into, you're not the only one. You're not alone. You can ask for help. You can commune with others. And I don't mean, where people get together for a bitch session. I'm talking about, really enjoying something, going for a hike with a group. I just found out a gal who's widowed, older gal who's widowed. She's going on a river cruise with her friends that she plays cards with. She's in her 80s. I love that. I wonder if she's a Leo. I'll have to find out. Excuse me. Okay, Virgo sun, Virgo rising. We're going back on the wheel. 12th house. Okay, now again, for every sign, depending on your personal chart, it can vary by degree, and it can contain 2 houses. From 2 to 21 degrees, Leo can be in 2 different houses for you. But right now, we're just looking at the general, and that is for you, Virgo sun, Virgo rising, the 12th house. Let's shed light on the part of you that is grieving. And it's been a while. And you're not the only one, of course. Everyone grieves something. But the part of you that is grieving, that stops you from really having a next direction in life and letting go of some things. Now, I'm not saying if it's a person who's moved on and you're divorced, or someone has passed on, it could be a pet, someone that you are so deeply connected to, and or an ideology. a belief system. I know someone who believed devoutly in one religion until they gave her, they laid down the law and said, you can't do that. And she said, but that's who I am. And so she left that particular religion, and it was life-changing and disruptive for her, and Virgo. And so the grief, I would say, is a lot to do with not far off from the Leo deal, and that is to really know what you believe. And again, if you or anyone is believing that the outside world is just happening to you and you're just getting by and whew, I made it, that's not gratitude. That's relief. It's okay to have relief, but we want to build on gratitude, because gratitude shows us a vibration that says, my needs are met. I am part of this world. I am not just a separate stone on a mountain, hoping nobody kicks me off the cliff. No, Virgo rising. The 12th house for you is really about being lighter, letting go of parts of yourself that you won't forgive. Whether it's forgiving yourself, ultimately it is, or judging another, but ultimately it's about forgiving yourself for something. And in this world of card I just pulled for you, the shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift. Oh, that's backwards. Okay, it says uncertainty. But let's look at the picture, because it doesn't matter if it's backwards. It's beautiful. Little creatures in the woods, and there's a path that's lit up in front. So Virgo sun, Virgo rising, it's really important that you look at what you can do in small ways to help yourself feel more connected. You're an earth sign, but you're guided by Mercury. So you need stimulation. But I'm talking about natural stimulation, like walking in the park or the woods, or going hiking, or finding a waterfall, or if you live in an urban community, going to an aquarium maybe, or some place that has a water fountain. Really connecting with nature right now. Hey, Latanja's here. Hi, Latanja. And so Virgo sun, Virgo rising, this is a really important time for you to understand that what's going on in your psyche right now is being illuminated. Is being illuminated by this. And it's about the peeling away of things that don't belong, that don't represent you anymore, that don't define you anymore. And if it is actual grief, we all have it. You're not alone, and you can find help. But bigger than that is that you have a deep well of feeling and emotion. I'd like you to put pen to paper and write about it. Not so much writing about what you don't have, but getting it out of your body so that you can get clear on, I'm going to move from this level of pain to this level of pain, to it's a little more neutral, to, okay, hey, I look out the window, and even though I've cried for 3 days, and I look out the window and say, that tree is really beautiful, or oh, there's a cardinal. What? Oh my gosh, I never saw a cardinal in my backyard before, or on my windowsill. So the simple little tweaks that you can do and make for yourself to appreciate that you are a being of light, Virgo sun, Virgo rising, that you are an extension of light, a celestial, eternal, sentient being. Jamie says, hi, Jamie. Wow. I tell my daughters, great. I don't know what I said that you tell your daughters about, but keep doing it. All right, we're moving on to Libra. Libra sun, Libra rising. We are rotating clockwise on the wheel. Clockwise on the wheel, astrology wheel. So we're now at house 11. House 11 for Libra sun, Libra rising. Interesting. I was just speaking with 2 clients of my coaching students today. Both are Libra rising. And the similarities and the differences between them. And I also have another client that I did not speak to today, who's at the end of a work cycle, like looking at retirement. And so anywhere in between, this Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra rising, this deals with you having to decide who gets to be in your world. Not anybody can walk through your front door, right? You would look up and say, well, who are you and what are you doing in my house? You have that boundary. But yet, with the people in your world, if you don't start setting boundaries, you're going to repeat the past. And that's not a threat. It's not anything negative. It's just, oh, it's information. Oh, Libra sun says Libra rising. I don't want to offend anybody. But yet you're willing to be offended and take it to heart and think that you've been wronged. And so when this time happens with every year, great central sun, every year, this is not new. Look back through your calendars between 2 degrees Leo, 21 degrees Leo, and or July 24th through the 26th through August 11th through the 13th. And during that time frame, what was happening? What's the major theme over your entire life that points to you, your behavior, and what you keep bringing into your world? And I would say too that with a beam of light like this coming down from the great central sun, you now, all you have to do is sit in your living room or your kitchen or your den or your outside or wherever, and you close your eyes and you say, I now allow my best people to come. I now allow my best people to come. And they don't have to be actual people through the door. They can be team and spirit. They can be a book. Someone says, oh, you got to read this book. I think it's going to be, you're going to love it. It'll inspire you. You can read an author, someone you've never met physically. You could go to a workshop. You could go to see Esther channel the collective called Abraham. You could go see Bashar. You could go to a networking group with most of my people are women, so I'll just say it. Go to a female networking group and weed out the memes who want to sell you something or get something from you, and the ones who just want to connect. Because harmony is your world. That's your jam. Harmony. Libra sun, Libra rising. So with it being in the 11th house, you have an opportunity now to set the pace, not so much to go out and get the people, but to sit still and see yourself as a beam of light. See this light coming down from the universe, pouring right through you, clearing you of old patterns so that you now attract. And then all you have to do is be you and watch what happens. You're looking for health. You just meditate on, I'm moving in every moment. I am moving toward well-being. I flow toward well-being. If you're looking for abundance in every moment, I align with prosperity. And that's across the board, not just money, but prosperous relationships. Because if you don't have that, how will you do business, right? So look at centralizing the harmony. It's not left or right. It's not me or them. It's not here or there. It's not this group or that group. It's you feeling harmonized on the inside and bringing it to you. Libra sun, Libra rising. All right. Scorpio, 10th house. Now, again, I'm going to tell every sign the Lionsgate 2 degrees Leo to 21 degrees could relate to 9th house or 11th house, 10th house, mainly for Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising. Have you reached your limit? I don't know. I'm getting a feeling some people are saying, that's it. I've had it with these people. I'm putting in for a raise, or I might just go off and become my own person. You are your own person, Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising. And to look at it in extremes does not bring you the best result. So look at what audience. I got so excited. What is your best audience? Now, if you are any other sign and you have a lot of Scorpio in the 10th house, this applies to you as well. Who do you want to serve? We're all here to serve, but not at the sake of ourselves. Do you want to go public? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to give a talk? What would you like to do? Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising sign. Do you want to be appreciated and validated for who you are? Now, I have an aunt who is 93. She is a Scorpio. And I have to say, is. She doesn't work in the workforce anymore, but she worked with underprivileged children, with kids who had learning difficulties as a teacher. She's the kindest, most non-Scorpio person you would ever meet. And we always used to talk about astrology and her dreams and psychic readings. And you can go to core, is what I'm saying. And you don't have to be a ramrod to do it. I know so many Scorpio women or Scorpio rising women who, they put on their suit of armor and they strike their Avengers pose. You don't have to go that way. Let me just say, because when you harness this vibe, Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising, all you have to do is inhale and then exhale in a direction where you want to see some change made. That's power. Now, if you're looking to get into a career, maybe you just graduated high school, college, a training course, and you want a certain populace, now's the time to put your name out in the world using social media, being consistent, having, branding is okay. Branding is fine, but branding's for people who already have an established career. That comes from me having been a marketer for 20 years now. And you can make a name for yourself, Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising sign, by being consistent with a message. That's all. How many times have you seen someone sing a song on Instagram and someone else says, get this gal a producer, like get her on stage? Who's seen Building the Band on Netflix? Okay. I'm so hooked. Anyway, random thought. Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising. I think it's really important that you look at, if you were standing on stage right now and there was an audience, you didn't see them, the lights are low, you're standing there, someone hands you a microphone. What are you talking about? What is your passion? That's where you want to go right now and harness this energy and bring it through you. And eventually someone will hear you, see you, relate to you, and then contact you. Sagittarius, sun, rising sign. All right, we're looking at the 9th house for you. Again, it might vary by degree depending on where, what your cusp of the 9th house is by degree. But Sag, sun, Sag, rising sign, the 9th house. First of all, let's talk about travel, because that's your middle name. And the money that you want to make to get to travel, or the money that you make from travel, because maybe you sell overseas, or maybe you have clients overseas. Let's put the contracts into place now. Let this be a beacon of light toward what is appropriate and fair. Now, maybe you're publishing. It's also the house of publishing, or the contracts might deal with education or some sort of religious or spiritual institution. And you want to say, look, everybody, it's all great to sit around and meditate, but we need to pay the bills for the place that we rent, to chant. So let's everybody put our heads together. So you're going to have to rally either the team, if you have a marketing team, or your team in spirit, Sag sun, Sag rising sign, and think about, where would I like to take these people? Or where would I like to take my product? Or where do I want to take my words? Or how do I want to be understood or heard? So if you don't speak another language, I say learn one. Now, the language can be marketing, it can be finances, it can be business, it can be Spanish or French. It's like, so whatever learning curve you're on right now, it's going to take you to a whole new place. I'm not going to sing a whole new world, but it's in my head right now. Okay. I squelched it. I really had a mic. I was like, oh, are we at karaoke? No, we're not. So Sagittarius, sun, and rising sign. Let's go for where you'd like to make an impact with your words and your vibe, but the words are coming through strongly. I'm going to pull a card for you as well. Leo, you didn't get a card. I know. All right. I'll get you one. Needs met, needs met. But Sagittarius, you got some fireworks in the making. And so you might need a press packet. You might need a new passport. I just see like paperwork being filed and filled out, and you're good to go. Oh, by the way, Sag, Sun, Sag rising. And for anyone else here in the United States that's watching, I just renewed my license online, took less than 10 minutes. Sometimes these are good times. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I didn't have to stand in line for an hour at the DMV. Remember those days? Yeah. Grounded. Oh, okay. Sag. Okay, that's backwards. It looks like it's elfish. Keep your roots and stand taller than the trees. That is the message from the woods, the whispering woods to you, Sagittarius. So as you are grounded, you are looking at the destination. And the destination comes with a beam of light and a lot of snacks because you're going to need them to keep up your energy. I'm just getting like so much motion around you. And that's exciting too, because if you're signing also for the artists of the Sag group, Sag rising, not just the linguists or the publicists or the travelers, but the artists as well. If you are looking ahead down the road at any kind of contracts that you can sign to get you into art shows or possibly museums or a rep for something like that, it feels really good right now because people are looking at you and you don't even know it. Cool. Capricorn rising, near and dear to my heart because I am a Cap rising. The 8th house is what we're looking at. Well, is it true to form when I say as a Capricorn rising that I have been focused on a chant? I want everybody to create a chant right now. Not you have to chant it, but write it down. And I've been saying, and I borrowed from all my teachers and my own brain and my higher self, and I've been saying, I am safe, I am strong, I am healed, I am youthful, I am grateful, all is well in my world. Now, it is a scientific fact that when you say something and you say it again for 17 seconds or more, your brain says that's important, sends out a frequency, brings more to you. So if you're saying, I don't have enough money, he's never going to call me back, I hate the way I feel, you get what I'm saying, right? You keep that chant alive, more of that comes to you. This is an empowering time, isn't it? So I've been saying all that what I just said over and over again, over when I go for my walks in the morning, over and over again. I am this, I am safe, I am strong, I am youthful, I am healed, I am grateful. All is well in my world. And I got a brand new client today. I didn't even advertise. I don't even know where she got the link. I'm so grateful. And I'm healed. And I'm youthful. And all is well in my world. You see what I'm saying? It's like create your statement that's present tense, that brings it to you, and chant it as much as possible. Capricorn sun, Capricorn rising, because the 8th house is not just about joint resources and money. This beam of light is showing you where you give it up and don't allow to get back. So I want you to look at your percentages. Yeah, okay, with a calculator and the accountant, sure, fine. Check that box. But I want to look at how much energy you are outputting now, Capricorn, versus how much you allow to come your way. What's the percentage you give to other people versus the percentage you allow yourself to have? Fun, nutrition, peace of mind. And I want to give you a piece of my mind. And that is you're abundant. So add that to your little statement, which is not so little because it's powerful. So Cap Sun, Cap Rising, look at where you can renew. Now, this can also deal with insurance, estate planning. You have to pay for the renewal of a service. We have a propane tank because we live out here. And it's time for a renewal. So we're waiting for the best price to actually go and buy. And sometimes it's a waiting game. But during this Lionsgate period, I want you to get clear, Cap Sun, Cap Rising, on what you really love, where you want to go with it, and what you're willing to invest. Time, energy, money, resources, and with whom. If you meet someone and you just know, you look at them and you're totally drained, you don't want them as a client. You don't want to work with them if they're an accountant. You just got to go by your internal energy meter. All right. Because you're intuitive as we all are. Right. But I want you to be really, really clear on what you're doing with your vibes, because the energy is going to create the matter. And that is true for everyone, but especially now for you financially. And also, if you want to go to the next level in your meditations, oh, wow, meditate every day. Aquarius, Sun, Aquarius rising, 7th house. This is all about partnerships. Now, it can be about high-end clients or the fan base that you've built if you're someone of note or you have a following in any way, shape, or form. My kid is an Aquarius rising, Aaliyah, and they're an artist. And so they're building, they've got commissions, they're building a presence on Instagram. They did a Comic-Con show in Seattle, got great feedback. So, but this may not be you. Does it deal with a partnership? What kind of partnership? Aquarius Sun, Aquarius rising. Are you getting engaged? Are you in a relationship? Are you going on a second honeymoon? This energy right now is very powerful. So if you look back the past couple of years, you're going to see how much you output for others and demand or expect it back. And they can't. They just can't, because they've been through it. So there has to be some more equilibrium in partnerships right now. I have to say, my kid and the boyfriend, they they are both 26, and they went to couples counseling. I'm not laughing at them. They went to couples counseling to make sure that everything that they were doing would lead toward a happy marriage in the future. And the counselor said to them, "You are doing more than anyone I have ever seen. You don't need couples counseling. You need to go live your life." But I found that so charming and sweet, because they're so aware. They want to make sure they're on top of it. They have monthly meetings. Do the same. Aquarius Sun, Aquarius rising sign. Go look at the kinds of relationships you have right now. And if you're not happy with them, how else could they look? What needs to change in order for that to happen? Because that's important. That's something that you can develop over time. And if it's with a client or, like a high-end client, and you're attracting someone because the money looks great, but they're a lot of work and you're babysitting, that's not worth it, is it? And you think, oh, well, deep down in the unconscious mind of a Aquarian is that there's not enough to go around. There's more than enough. So start changing your dialogue and the inner narrative so that you can attract and or rework what you already have with people, with clients, with your significant partner. And I think you're going to find that the people that you attract now to you are going to very much represent who you are, whether you like the way that looks or not. So be grateful for that. If someone comes to you, or you're standing in line somewhere and someone, just like is rude, are you rude to yourself? Are you rude to others? Just ask yourself these questions. Or do you need to set a boundary to these things? So whatever comes your way between now and August 13th, especially, I want you to look at how you deal with it emotionally or intellectually, because that's going to be so telling. And then you can grow from there. Take it as like a universal, I don't believe in lessons, but take it like an opportunity for you to say, oh, wow, that's or you observe an interaction between two people and you go, I think there was a better way to handle that. Oh my gosh, you know what? I was that person. I did that last week to my sister, to my coworker, to my neighbor. Okay, I get it. It'll be so helpful because then here comes an even deeper, more profound relationship. Because I've known many Aquarians and Aquarius rising signs who go from one relationship to the next because they think, oh, it's a different person. But they're not different. So they're only ever going to attract the same. The packaging looks different, but deep down, they're attracting the same. So go and look at that. And then in that moment, it's done. You realize it and you go, oh, I get it. Wow, that was freeing. And that's your motto, isn't it? Freedom. Okay. All right, moving on. Pisces, 6th house, Pisces sun, Pisces rising. I want you to pay attention to how you're treating your body right now, how you feel. Is there a work overload? Is there not enough work and you're worried and it's affecting your physical health? So the health and the work tie together in the 6th house in astrology. And Pisces sun, Pisces rising, it's really important now that whatever you're doing, you don't take it home with you. Even if you work at a animal shelter, you come home and you think, oh my God, I should adopt all of them. They're wayward. They need me. No, you do what you do. You set the boundary. You come home and you wash it off. Because the love that you give to any living thing, you could be a botanist, you could work at a plant store, and they feel it. You give love, and then you go and give love to yourself. There must be that harmony. There must. Pisces sun, Pisces rising. And let's say everything's great and you're feeling terrific. So now are we looking at setting up a health business? Are you a practitioner of some sort? Do you teach Pilates or yoga? Are you a chiropractor or do you need one? Are you in training somehow so that you can go to the next level with Reiki? So let's look at the modalities, Pisces sun, Pisces rising, that not only have helped you in the past, but now you might want to take it on and put it in your resource box. That's exciting because during this time frame right now, something will light up for you and you'll go toward it and you'll say, perfect example. Thank you. I was at a Zumba class and the teacher had to leave. So the gal who had been in the Zumba class for close to a year, who went every week consistently, the teacher said, "Can you take over the class?" And she was like, and the teacher was like, "Yeah, you do it. I have to go. My kid needs to get picked up." And she was like, "Sure, I'll do it." Pisces sun, Pisces rising. That woman who took over the Zumba class, then got more training and became a teacher. So this is what I'm saying. Oh, and another time at a different spa, I knew someone who she worked behind the front desk. And eventually she told the people that she worked for, I teach yoga. And they were like, well, let's make a class for you. And they did. And she teaches out by the pool. So Pisces sun, Pisces rising, whatever level of health you're at or need to be, look at how you can then harness that energy that we're looking at in the Lion's Gate and not just heal yourself, but put that energy into your work, put that energy into helping others, your community. What community do you want to serve? That's a question. Different than the Scorpio one. Because 6th house is about helping the community. Now, maybe you're a lobbyist. Maybe you're someone who likes to, petition and say, oh, we really need a stop sign at that corner. There have been too many accidents and there's a lot of kids in the neighborhood. So whatever is on your mind right now, as far as your health, the health of others, the work that you do, and how to help and serve a community, but not at the sake of yourself, go for it. Now is the time. Okay. Aries, 5th house. Man, you get the fun house. Okay. Romance, creativity, children, writing, singing, dancing. Okay. You're doing it all. You're like spinning plates, you're tap dancing, you're singing, you're writing a book, and maybe there's a grandchild in the offing, or maybe not. Maybe you're just loving the kid inside of you. Aries sun, Aries rising sign. And so this is saying, what else do you want to do with that energy? Now, for some of you, it's to get pregnant. For some of you, it's to become an empty nester, and then cry at the door when they leave, and then turn around and yell, freedom! Aries, Aries sun, Aries rising. I know you're laughing. Uh, so, what else would you like to create right now? And maybe it's a romance. Maybe you are feeling that I'm ready. I'm ready to get back out there. Or maybe you and your significant other are saying, now that the kids are out of the house, you want to go on vacation? And you shut the door, you close the shades, and you turn off the phone. And that's your vacation. Whatever it is, Aries sun, Aries rising, this is a really potent time to give birth to something, an idea, a romantic, spontaneous adventure, a part of you that has had to focus elsewhere, but now can come back to that inspirational time. So Aries sun, Aries rising, you get the best house. You get the best house this year. Well, every year it'll be in your fifth house. But again, remember that it can vary by degree depending on your rising sign degree. So it could be a different house. But the who you are part is coming out into the world even more, even in your own environment. It doesn't have to be like the world at large, but your own environment, Aries sun, Aries rising. So deal with the romantic stuff. And I mean to go intimate, not just, the fun under the sheets, but to get more intimate. Into me, you see, intimacy. Because the power of that right now in every cell of your body can heal so many things from the past. I think that's beautiful. Taurus, fourth house. Okay, my Taurian people, they love to be at home. They love to live at home, work at home, have the family at home, have everybody come to the house, and then kick them out because they're exhausted. So, what's going on in your fourth house? What's going on at home? Four walls, your identity, and possibly dealing with mother or maternal parent. Maybe mom isn't in the picture and it's more about dad and he's the soft one. And, you just like, oh, come on, dad. Let's get it together. You need a place to live. I'll bring you in. You don't have to go to a nursing home. I'll take care of you. Maybe it's you're young and you have children and the home and family, the four walls, and you want to redecorate. You just need that new, fresh feeling. Whatever is happening in your fourth house, you are becoming more. And that's a beautiful thing. So Taurus rising sign, when you take stock of who you are and you say, I'm getting kind of antsy. I need to do something different. What else can I be doing? Things will come to you. As I said to many of the signs already, that when you sit and you focus on the thing that gives you the most joy, well, if you focus on anything for more than 17 seconds, it's going to come to you. And now people go, well, I've been focusing on $1 million and I haven't seen it yet. And it's like, well, are you going to allow it? Do you allow it? Will you allow it? Do you think you have to work for it? What's the unconscious focused on? Oh, I got to do more. I have to work more. I know every Taurian I know, and I am one. They're the ones with all the kids in the house, and they're not even their kids. It's like, who needs what to eat? All right, I'll make you lunch. I'll make 17 different lunches just to make everybody happy. And now it's time to make you happy, Taurus rising sign. The thing that you love the most is being you in a way that is fun. It's dry wit. It's humor. It's feeling comfortable in your own skin. Whatever you want it to look like right now, whether it's a workout program or you redecorate your kitchen, Taurus sun, Taurus rising, what I'm seeing is you becoming more you and taking care of the dwelling that you are in. And that means shutting the door to people you don't want entering. Turning off the phone when you're done with the stuff. And looking at, well, okay, my husband is a Taurus rising. I'm a Taurus. He said to me, well, when the summer is at its end, we should probably clean all the baseboards. And I was like, good plan, honey. When are you going to start? And, we have a lot of stuff to take care of in the house. little at a time. So we'll focus on one room and we'll do that. Or we have to paint the baseboards here. Or we have to do something else. Or the hot water heater, we just got a new one. So the part of you that really wants to refurb, all right, you're going to look at your dwelling and go, oh, it's so much easier to paint that wall than it is to change a pattern. But I'm telling you, the faster you change the pattern, that wall gets painted like that. It's magic. So look at the things that you would like to become and are becoming, and make that a dedicated service in the next 10 days, or at least a week. Just do what you love. Do what you love. Taurus sun, Taurus rising, because this energy beaming into your home is really going to show you that you are at home. The body is in the soul, and it's inside of you, your physical form, your biology, but it's outside of you. It's everywhere. You're like a fish in a bowl, and sometimes you don't even know how powerful you are. Taurus sun, Taurus rising. And it's like, la, 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 do your thing. Then you go and wash a dish or bake something. You're powerful. So any healing that needs to be done right now, harness it right now. Harness that energy. Okay, Gemini, third house. Well, I'm wondering if you're writing or you're public speaking or you are in counseling, really breaking down the habits that you have had that don't get you where you want to go. Because creating that new agenda or looking out in the world and going, let's focus on their problems. It's so much easier, isn't it? And this is interesting too, because this energy, I have to say this, we're not having a political discussion, but there's a certain person who sits in a certain chair in a certain house that doesn't have a color to it. We call it white house, is a Gemini. And yeah, and this light that comes down, it sheds light on truth. It sheds light on truth for all to see. So that can mean that the perception right now is going to change. Gemini sun, Gemini rising, of who you are, what effect you have on the world, your environment, your family, what you would like to do. And I'm saying to the healthy Gemini sun, Gemini rising signs, or those who choose to become more healthy. And that is every thought you think, you create a vibration, and that vibration gets moved out into the world 50 feet in diameter. And you affect a lot of people just by walking through a store. So what if your energy was focused on being kind, being compassionate? I'm sure it is. But not so much in your head about how you're going to get something done, but how you feel. Because if you look at the past, Gemini sun, Gemini rising, and you say, I know a Gemini rising, so painfully shy, really sweet person. So, and I mean, like, has a hard time with more than 4 people in a room. And they were asked by a counselor, what would it be like for you to be in a room with people you knew of, but people you knew, and then you didn't have to lead the way. You didn't have to set the stage. You didn't have to be the one taking charge. What would that be like for you? So they tried it, and they actually had a good time. And they had a realization. So it's that simple. You look back at your past and you say, who have I been? Do I stockpile all my stuff and then dump it? Or do I just decide to change and not discuss it with anyone? Or do I just say, oh, it's that way, it's never going to change? And that's kind of negative, and maybe I could be more positive. So Gemini sun, Gemini rising, this is a really interesting time, because this light that comes right into your brain and in your heart emphasizes the parts of you that it brings up the past for you. in a way that says, oh, I could have handled that differently. Or how would I like to handle it now? I need to come from a different place and be more altruistic. Not that you already aren't. It's just saying that you're caught up too much in the process of how are they going to behave if I say this thing? Or what if I don't say this thing? How am I going to behave? What am I going to do? Like the back and forth. What do I do? How do I do it? I want you to create a plan, Gemini, Sun, and Rising sign. And I want you to create that plan with you at the center. And you could do like a vision board, John Assaraf vision board, and you just have a picture of you smiling in the center. And then you start putting images or words that define who you are right now and who you would like to become even more. Whether it's, oh, I'm a published author, but maybe you're not. Maybe you're writing, but you're not published. So you can say published author, yay, clientele, yay, and there's a book image and and you have your title, you write your title on it. So create a vision for what you would like to change. And you're going to get there even faster. Okay, Cancer, second house. And Cancer, second house is all about self-worth more than it's about money earned, especially for you, because you are in a place right now, Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising sign, of making it happen, whatever it is. So this Lionsgate energy, this Sirius A light comes down, sheds the light on. What? How are you making your money? How would you like to make your money? Is there a discrepancy? Is it easier for you to tell somebody how to do it instead of you doing it yourself? Maybe you ought to just do it yourself. Do what comes natural. Now, if you work at a job and you have certain tasks to do and someone says, oh, you're great at this, and you're thinking, thanks, but I'm so bored. Maybe now is when you start getting ideas of what else you could be doing part-time at home or online. I see all these things online, and I'm sure a lot of them are legit, because it's what you attract is going to be what it is. And so if you start trusting Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, that, somebody needed online something or other, and I get paid, and I knew somebody who did that, and I get paid per project. That's something you can do at home on your own time if you have a 9-to-5 job, or you're learning artificial intelligence, which is growing very quickly. It's good to know that. It's good to know how it works so that you could become someone's aid or assistance. Or I know someone who retired, and they just got certified to go back into the workforce, but only as like a sub, someone who would just show up when needed, textile, not textiles, but text, AI, just to like fill in and go, oh yeah, for the tech people, they know how to go in and fix stuff. But it's just random. It's like being a substitute teacher. They just get a call and go, oh, can you come in today for 3 hours? Oh yeah, sure. There's an easy 100 right there. So Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, what you do for work, and it may not be a job. Maybe you don't have an actual official job, but you do something that either boosts your morale and your self-value image, or lessens it. So we want to increase that now. We're going to harness this light, and we're going to increase our self-worth by valuing what you feel is important, not what can make you money, but what you feel gives you joy. Not what can put money in the bank, because that is an offshoot. Money earned is secondary to the joy you have making it. Because if you don't have fun making it, there will be a cost for making that money. Make sense? It will cost you something. Your health, your well-being, your sanity, your peace of mind. If you have to stand for 4 hours, your feet will hurt, bunions. You must start putting joy into the thing that you value. And of course, look in the mirror, because that's what you need to value the most. Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising sign. And then what we see is resources start to change. Resources are people, money, time, energy, spent, received. So we're looking at, okay, a job shift for some people during this time frame or soon. And sometimes it's sudden. If you have any combo of, let's see, second house, eighth house, Capricorn, Cancer, and Aquarius, Sagittarius, we're looking at more of a career-oriented thing, but you gotta love what you do or stop doing it because it will come at a cost. And that means learning something new. So Cancer, be a lifelong learner. Cancer sun, Cancer rising, be a lifelong learner and love and be excited about what you're learning. Join groups, talk to people online, I just found out that at the library, there's a community once a month writer's salon. I'm going to go at the end of the month on a Tuesday. I'm going to go and meet other writers. And I don't know the setup or anything. I don't know what's what, but I'm excited that it exists. So there's so many places, especially if you live in a bigger city, there's so many places you can go, Cancer sun, Cancer rising, to be part of a group, to be inspired about the next best thing for you. Okay, my friends, I'm going to pull one card for everybody right now just to wrap it up. Thank you. Hey, hi, Margaret. Thank you, everybody, for being here, for commenting. And just know that when you are thinking a thought, remember this. It is neuroscience, okay? This is a real thing. The more you think about the present tense and what you love and what you have, what you are, I am. Healthy, wealthy, wise, all is well in my world. Keep it simple, but make it specific to you. The more you do that, your brain and heart come into coherence. And that coherence moves out into the world and brings back to you more of that. That's how to manifest consciously. Everybody manifests. People say to me, oh my gosh, Elaine, how'd you manifest like a house in Sedona and a blah, blah, blah. I go, well, you manifest too. Everything in your world I used to live in a trailer. I mean, yeah, I slept on a borrowed mattress. I don't now, but I had so much poverty consciousness when I was younger. And so I got out of that. I got out of it. You can too. So conscious manifesting is a little bit different than regular manifesting because that's just what everybody does every day. They do their thing. They get up, they do their thing. Some people go to work. Some people work at home. Some people are retired. Some people don't work. They're supported. Some people, have a routine, and that routine, if it doesn't change, the neurons in your brain stay fixed and you just keep reliving the past. You must do one new thing a day. Who am I to tell you what you must do? No. You must do what you must do. Now I'm going to pull a card. Oh, I love this. Okay, it's backwards. Clearing. Make room for growth. Clearing. That's what this embodies for every sign. Clearing. Make room for growth. Whoopsie. All right. And hope. I always say my middle name is Hope, but I don't have a middle name. And hope is a good thing, the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. That's right out of Shawshank Redemption. All right, folks, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you as always. I wish you peace, and please share, like, subscribe, and I will see you next week. Thank you.